Hey guys, you guys have been seeing me use a lot of stones made from molds from Happy Dotting Company. I use CL, which is like a plaster or gypsum powder, and it's from Quebec. I'm here in Canada, but that's the stuff that I've been using. I will leave a link to that in the description. Now, first of all, you have to have the molds from Happy Dotting Company. Click the link in the description to get your discount and go straight there to see what she's got. What I do is I set the scale to 0 and then I pour the powder into the jug until it reaches 1,000 grams. So keep an eye. This is a digital scale, super cheap. Got it from Amazon Basics. Says it right there on the front. Super cheap. The only reason why I have it is so that I can make my stones. So we're just going to try and get it right to 1,000. My husband is a bit of a show off. So he's good at this. He does this part for me because he likes doing it. And I'm very thankful for that because then I have a nice little box of molds to paint, and he did it all for me. So it's super fun. And yes, like I said, he likes to show off and get it right to 1,000 without going over. So you can tell he's been doing this for a while. Now, once you have it like that, you set it to 0 again, and you add water. We're just using like room temperature tap water. And I am adding, or he is adding that right into the bottle over top of the water. And then once you pour that in, you just let it sit until all the bubbles stop. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to fill the water until we reach 180, or sorry, 380. And that, oh, not such a show off now. 381. That's okay. They end up turning out beautifully anyway. So you let the water sit until you can stop seeing all sorts of bubbles going on in there. I can still see some going on, but we just let it sit. It likes to sit there and kind of drain down through this very fine dust. Make sure you're careful when you're pouring it. Possibly wear a mask or put something over your mouth if you have something, just so you're not breathing in that dust, because it's probably not good for us. It's still bubbling, so we're going to let this go for a little while longer. Hello there, Bubble. Looks like he's going la 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 la. I'm just kidding. I'm still going crazy, guys. It's my second tutorial today, so forgive me. So we are still moving, and the boys are here right now, so I'm trying to do this one quickly and get it up for you. You gently, using a gloved hand, kind of like mix everything together gently. Make sure you separate all the powder. Make sure there's no lumps or clumps. And yeah, you just use your hand. So you can feel best with your fingers if there's any lumps and clumps in there anyway. So as long as you have gloves, this will be just fine. It'll be fun. Therapeutic even. My husband's doing it for me. That is not my hairy arm, just so you know. I am the woman behind the camera. Now here's some of my Happy Dotting Company molds. Thank you, Angela. I love these. These are amazing. I do have them in a shoebox, because that way I can put the lid down, let them dry on a level surface, and my cats can't get to them. No hair on them. I do wipe them out with wipes and stuff afterwards to get any residue or any leftover powder or anything once they're dry. Super easy to clean, very easy to use over and over again. So we're filling up a couple of them here. The amount that I made today makes the amount of molds that you see in this video. So depending on how many you're making, you will have to use a different amount of powder. So I just used 2 large mandalas or mandalas, a heart, a large oval, which is the yellow one, and I'm also going to be doing a smaller round mandala sized one. So you'll see that very soon. And you get all of these out of what we just mixed today together. So that's pretty cool. And I don't know where I went there with the camera. I apologize for that. So now, in order to get some of the bubbles to come up to the surface, you can tap them gently and just knock some of the air up to the surface of the mold. Or you can also vibrate them up to the mold. Like you can use your Dremel or some kind of tool that vibrates, a sander, and hit the edge of the table that you have them sitting on or the side of the box that they're in, and that will vibrate the bubbles up to the top so that you don't end up with any giant air bubbles anywhere. And then they end up looking amazing. Now, I do let them dry overnight before I take them out of the molds. This one is still drying, and you can see a color change. The darker areas are still drying. The center's drier than the rest, and they're going to start drying fast now that they're out of the silicone molds, like this heart one. Sorry for that. So yeah, they end up getting lighter and lighter as they dry. Make sure you don't paint on them for several days after you've made them, because they won't work out properly. I love you guys. Keep painting.